Okay, now 30 minutes of me yapping about English, starting in 3, 2, 1. If you could like it, get my book for free in the description below. I can put a link. Giving my whole book away now. Effortless English. Learn to speak English like a native. Here it is. Giving it away for free now because I want you to have the full system. So get the book if you. It is obviously more detailed and I can do everything in one show. So get the book. And then finally, when you're ready to get the lesson, if you want the lesson I've made, the mini story, point of view story, audio articles, vocab, and talk in a natural way, and all of this together, start with my Power English course on my website, effortlessenglishclub.com. It's on the screen if you're watching. I'll be a link down in the description to effortlessenglishclub.com. Commit, don't quit. All right, let's do some live question. We're live now, live on YouTube. My screen around here a little bit. All right, let's take a look at our live. A lot of people live. Okay. Paul Palouse. Oh my good Lord, this is a profound name. It's so long now. It's not possible to me to write them. Hey, Ramble from Egypt. Good to see you as always. Great member. VIP member. Haven't met you in person yet, face to face. I hope I will someday. Eventually, I'll get back to traveling. Get over to that area of the world, the Mediterranean. But anyway, Palouse, Cow John, YouTube, welcome to Basic. We just want to support this channel. If you can't afford my courses or something, you just want to have a little support, you can be a member on YouTube, and that's a nice way to support the show. So I appreciate people who do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Come on, man. Okay, let's see. Just look into the comments, guy. Just be a minute to read them. Okay, Luis Gonzalez says, I need a friend to talk to improve my speaking. One is please focus my freak. Start with AI. Chat GPT just need the audio, right? You see, want to hear it, not just reading off the screen, but there's a bunch of out there. I'll do a video about that soon, review some of them. Here's a key point when you use AI for chatting. Do not ask it to correct you. It's going to give you bad correction. I've been playing with this, and I promise it's going to hurt more than it helps. So just chat with it. You can give it a situation. Tell it. I also recommend tell it to use casual English, the AI chat. Usually I'm using too formal, I think they're trained on academic things and textbook and stuff. And so they give you that formal kind of fake. No, it's real English, but it's fake, meaning this is not the kind of English we actually use, right? So I try to go with restaurant situation and just giving me the super formal English, like I'm at the most expensive restaurant in the entire world, and that this is like nothing. I don't need a. Even I paid $300 or more for a meal a couple times, but because I was curious. But even at those restaurants, they didn't talk that way. Okay, so they're gonna have to tell the chatbot. Speak in a very casual conversation style. Do not correct my English, and then you can start practicing a little bit. After that, they join one of my courses. You become part of a community. That's a great way to meet people, and you can just connect and do Zoom call together, practicing and chatting. That's free. If you want to pay to talk to someone online using Zoom or something, there's sites like italki and others, lots of them out there. And in shadowing, it's the final thing you can do. That's something you can do to help with speaking. Zacho said, do you offer any English courses that cheat through movies? I have one. It's called the Red Pill English course. But it's kind of a special thing. You have to be on, you have to have another course first. I don't sell, it's on my main website, effortlessenglishclub.com. It's only for members. So you can definitely buy that course, but you only for member only. Okay. Okay, what? Prophet Lay said, hi, AJ, I'm from India. Please keep coming regularly. I was waiting for long. How does the son's doing? The son's doing very well. Thank you very much. You haven't been to India a long time. I've been 3 times. I'd like to go again. Love to go to Vrindavan, especially. It's personal reason. But hopefully I could get back to India fairly soon. Here's a nice plan. Just so stay as you are. It's just a profile said I read 5 pages every day. I do 20 minutes, I listen for 1 hour every day. I remember 20 how long I reach comfortable overall understanding. I don't know, but that's a decent plan. You are mixing it. You're not doing the focus skill approach. You kind of do that balanced approach. I recommend you focus on just on listening and follow the plan I gave you. 90 days just listening. After the 90 days, you're happy with your listening, and yet your speaking will get better too. Then if you want, the next 90 days, focus on speaking. And make that focus on one skill at a time. Focus skill, to check it out. It's called the focus skill method. And it's come from it's used from Shenandoah University. I don't know if they're still doing it. I don't know. Dr. Hastings was retired. I'm not sure. Dr. Murphy, she might have already retired already, so they might not be doing that every day anymore. So Sandra says, AJ, it's great. It's a great pleasure to find you here live. It's a pleasure to be here. I would like to add is you plan to create new lessons in the future. The lesson help many people improve their English naturally. Yes, I do. The next thing I'm looking at now is maybe getting a trained Sorry, guys. All right, so I'm thinking of adding an AI chat conversation practice bot on our member website, so that you have the option to be able to get Power English or VIP or Business English or pronunciation course. Any of them can add AI and then AI chat partner for free, or for free. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure yet. Tell me what you think. You have a free plan, but it will be limited because it's quite so expensive for the business to do this. You get charged, okay, for the AI thing. I'm going to write it myself, okay? So I'm going to train it. I'm going to tell how I'm going to do it. So you can have a free package that you want to use it more. Then you have to look at an add-on package. That's another way we might do it. You could buy Power English and just pay the normal price, but you could buy the English plus AI chat, and then it will add a cost, and then you get both together. Now the key thing is that I've been playing with AI chat in language apps and things, and I'm kind of disappointed because they have kind of the same mindset. So instead of a grammar translation teacher or software, now you have an AI that's using the same mentality. it's just, it's so the bigger the thing, you can train it. So train it, program it to use my method. You can change it to use my courses, etc., etc. So you could be like talking, more like talking to me. Not exactly like talking to me, but at least close enough for you to practice for a while. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Come on, man. Now, Ibrahim Halil says, so listen to him because he achieved great results with effortless English. He said, I totally agree with you, AJ. When I first started, I tried to do 1 hour a day. In the beginning, it was too hard to repeat the same lesson every day for a week. But after a while, I did 2 hours. It became a habit. My appetite increases as I kept going. Then I did 3 hours a day. 4 and 5 hours a day. In school, we used to just rush, right? Hurry, and put a lot of info on our head without any repetition. This is the problem. This is why one of the rules of 7 rules of effortless English is one of the deep learning, because this is a problem. I saw this. And at that moment when I teaching and then my classes and things to get Georgia. This is when I realized I do this. So every week we're doing a new chapter, right? Come into class, open up chapter 2, the past tense, teach them the past tense. Come back to class, chapter 3, the present perfect. Like the 1 week of the past tense, we use it constantly all the time. There's not enough time to get that repetition. It's just spending. It's crazy. It's madness, right? Do something a little bit and then move to the next, 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 right? It gives this fake feeling that you're getting a lot, but you're not mastering any of it. You can't actually do any of it. You know, it's crazy. He's right, you know, I have to decide you're going to use the techniques, this method where peak emotion, so important. I'm doing all that. It might feel tough for the first month, but your brain will get used to it, and eventually you get 2 hours. It's even that much. I can do more than 2 hours a day. It's like the repetition. You start to realize and really getting it right. I'm really learning. This is actually helping, and then your motivation goes up, and then you start to enjoy it. This is what pro athletes do, right? They actually enjoy that repetition. They enjoy the practice. Simon said, I follow AJ for 8 years. This is a coach for a good life. That's nice. Thank you. Jacob said, I want to say, wish you would live stream every day. I wish you would live stream every day. It's very nice. I have to run my business, home to my children, do extra therapy for one of my kids, therapy for one of my kids, and my life was well. So doing a live stream every single day right now, I just don't have the time. I'm trying two weeks. Sometimes Wednesday and Saturday, be more regularly. Because you know, I've been gone for a while. So 2 a week, Wednesday, Saturday. Sometimes I need to change that. You get busy to doing something, but that's my goal. Viet Nhok said, I'm going to commit until I speak English fluently. Exactly, commit, don't quit. Yusuf Fast said, how can I join your course? EffortlessEnglishClub.com is on the screen if you're watching on videos. Listen on my podcast. Any podcast app, iTunes, Spotify, any other podcast app, just search Effortless English Show with AJ Ho. Put all that in there. You find it and you can subscribe to the podcast. It's just a preferred just audio. You don't want to look. You just use the less data on your phone. It's just you audios for one thing. I meant to say today is the first day of Ramadan. Happy fasting. Commit, don't quit to that too. Fasting has a huge number of benefits. I've done a lot of show about it. Enjoy your fast. Enjoy it. Come on, man. All right. Scanning the topic here. Sometimes on my screen, the topics jump around on me. I gotta find them again. Here we go. Leo Borbad said, AJ is the best for teaching English ever. I did Power English. I recommend it a lot. Thanks, AJ. Thank you, Leo. That's great. Thanks. They start tomorrow in Egypt with Ramadan. Great. Mirals. Lucy said, hi AJ, I joined your live stream whenever I can but it's too late in my country when you go live. Yeah, sorry. I was welcome later. I've been following you for years now. Here's the good news that in the few months, which is where we're at, February, when about 4 months from now, I'll be in a totally different time zone, so the time will change. I will still do Wednesday, Friday. Right now I'm in Japan. I'm in Osaka, Japan. I stream in the morning in Japan, Wednesday and Saturday. But in the summer, we'll go back to the United States, back to Indiana, that Eastern time, New York time, and I'll be doing in Indiana morning. So that's maybe more convenient. Right now, I think that because even for Brazilians and people all through America, probably for Ibrahim and those of you in Europe, the media is probably quite late or super early. So right now, I'm going to next few months, probably live stream will be convenient for people in Asia, in America, and then when I switch over to Indiana, I think more convenient time for still the Americas and also Europe. But then in Asia, probably have to record it. They have stand up at 3 in the morning. Oh, good. Ricardo Jorge is a cliche said, hello AJ, I'm very happy to participate in this presentation. I'm really happy to see you. I'm from Curitiba, Brazil. I'm happy to listening to AJ live. I'm happy you here. Thank you so much. Of course, I have huge number of listeners and members and students in Brazil. And so one of my medicine I would like to visit Brazil. Whenever with Brazil, I've traveled a lot in my life, but there's still many countries and areas I have not been to yet. I was going to say I will go to Germany next month to study every meeting in Dresden. So I'm assuming your meeting will be in English, right? So good luck with your meeting. Good luck. Tell us tell me how it's going after you do it. All right, then Mario Lucio da Silva says, greeted from Brazil. So, as I said, lots of Brazilian. How many? Sri Lanka. Kamini Kanta says, Kamini Kanta from Sri Lanka. I'm still following your podcast. I can't, still not speaking English right now. What should I do? Okay, this is why the mini story and the point of view story are very important, which are in my courses on the website effortlesslearningclub.com. Just one thing you can do. I think following this plan that I just mentioned, if you just only looking for free method and technique, then I recommend the movie technique is really good for jumping things up. And then the other part, Kamini, is that if you think your listening is good, if you think that my listening is pretty advanced, I'm quite good at it, maybe it's time to focus on speaking. Maybe you're ready for the next focus, which is reading or speaking. I'd say do reading now. And you're doing tons and tons of listening only, and you feel, my listening is quite good. I'd say jump over to reading and do that for just, I'd say 3 months and 90-day plans. You can still do audiobooks, as I mentioned, just still getting listening practice, okay? But the thing is with reading and books in general, the vocabulary tend to be, there's more vocab. This is the small words than we use. In normal speech like this, we have a smaller vocabulary usually. Vocabulary. You see study 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 words, whatever. People use in normal conversation every day. But then in books, it's more. So books are great and audio is a book too for learning more and more vocab, right? And you also learn more complicated sentence patterns, phrases, and structures. I just use them both. So they're good for jumping up to a higher level. So do 3 months focusing on reading, do a lot of audiobook with it, and then finally, after that, then do your speaking focus, and then you got to focus on shadowing, chatting with people, AI, real people, and talking, pronunciation. Have a pronunciation course which you want to do it yourself. But so I would follow for focus skill approach. Assume that you've been doing a lot of listening. May stand for 3 months of reading, intensely only focus on reading, and then after that, just focus on speaking. Hussein, I work in a port in the container area. Where is he? Jumped again. I could speak English fluently. How can they subscribe? Oh, great, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel first. It's easy. Then to go to my website, you actually want a course. effortlessenglishclub.com. I recommend the one that's on the homepage. Power English is the best one to start with. If you're still not sure you want to do that, go down to the bottom of the page and the description here. You can find it. You get my book for free. Read the book. If you think that this is for me, then get a course. Come to Brazil, said Conta. I want to go to Brazil. I do. You have a lot of learners in Brazil. Yes, I know. All right, this is what Hanny said. How is it going? I said, could you share how your twins, I have 2 twins, that's almost 7, how they learn and absorb English from birth to 7 years old? How did they acquire and immerse themselves in English? This is the same as with babies in any other language, right? So you're a little baby. You don't really, it's apparently we don't have too much, right? Just talk to them, right? You talk to them, right? So to talk to them, and course with babies, we naturally use super simple language, and we use a lot of actions, right? You don't try to force them to speak, the 1 month old, say something, repeat this phrase, right? We don't do that, it's crazy. It's just listen. They naturally have a listening focus. It's listening only for many months, right? And then they start to babble, the kind of copying, right? It's not really a language, not English, but they're getting the tone, they're copying the tone. My son's doing this now with Japanese. So he's been listening to more and more Japanese, and he's not, he's used a few phrases, but what he really does a lot of his, he go, how do you copy the kind of rhythm and tone of Japanese he's hearing, which is not quite good, got the word in there yet. A little, but not quite. And my daughter did that too. She's a high level Japanese. She's speaking fluently now, but same idea. So just the second thing I did as I read storybook to my kid from when they're a little baby, even though they probably could not understand the language much, but they're getting that tone. And of course, the little kid's storybook had pictures, so I would read it, and then I would also point the thing and just say, squirrel, there's a picture of squirrel. It's squirrel, this is a squirrel. It's what's he doing? He's eating this nut, right? So really simple stuff like that. And then the age that started popping out just naturally goes. You don't have to really, just no effort involved. This is really effortless kids. So something for the parents is effortless, as long as you talk to them. So to focus. I think the key thing is that the parent to focus on communication, not on language, and try to teach them grammar, try to teach them lots of vocab, just to point the stuff. But it's all just going back forth, kind of connect with them back and forth, communication, and then the language part happen naturally, which is a nice principle, I think. Yeah, which unit says that AJ will use AI in your platform and method. We're just talking about these units. I'm thinking of having like an AI chatbot, for people who buy my courses after they want to add an AI chat. They can do that. So I'm looking. I want the AI chat to teach the way I teach, talk the way I talk, and use my method. Don't want to correct your grammar and make you crazy trying to remember grammar rules, and that's what a lot of them do, right? That I've been playing with and I don't want to speaking super formal textbook and natural English, which ancestors all do, and because it's why? Because then they're going to practice with the AI, but then meet a real person. They don't talk the way the AI talks. They don't say, "Look, welcome to the Chateau Jablon. Would you care to consider one of our appetizers today?" Right? What real stuff is in 99% of the restaurants I've been to in the United States and another country, they're going to say, "Hi, I'm Jian. Enjoy version today. What would you like to drink?" Really simple. Right? So I have a water, I have a Coke, I have a Gatorade, right? So I say, okay, but right back with your drinks. Take a few minutes, look at the menu. It's really very casual, pretty quick and casual. That's how they talk. It's polite, but it is casual, right? It's not. This is not an academic type of or super formal. I don't know. Nobody talk that way anymore. I know they ever did, right? Do you want to sound like you're in a Jane Austen novel? I message that I've known you for 10 years, AJ. This is the first time I've joined you live. Well, finally, welcome. Welcome. Mr. Stratos asked, "What do you think about merging with the pomegranate method?" Pomegranate method, where you use the little timer and you time for 10 minutes and you focus and tick, 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 and then you stop and then you can do that. That's a nice little motivator if you want. You're doing like, let's say, I'm going to do 30 minutes of English right now, set your time and 30 minutes go, and then you'll keep going to that timer beeps. You want to beeps, take a break. And you could 30 minutes is too long. It's a one time to getting too tired. You could do 15 minutes each time. Just get 2 hours total every day. Doesn't matter how much you break it up. Break it up. Just some people like short little chunk like that, and some people they get into it. They get focused and they want to do longer. Like that's me usually with a lot of things. I don't want to be in a rut after 30 minutes. I find I'm in the zone. I'm in the flow. I'm focused. I'm energized. I want to keep going. Another Brazilian, John Potter from Brazil here. They have me a lot improved my English in the past year. I probably just listened to your podcast. I have listened to for 8 years or close. But it's my first time seeing you live. Wow, all this new live watcher. Been listening to me for years. Right, I'll do a couple more, about time to go. I'll do a couple more. All right, just scan it for like one more. 1 hour, trying to limit to 1 hour. So I can keep doing this more. What's your opinion? AV6 says, your opinion about the book Cambridge English for Engineering. Like I have that book. I think I have that book. The speaker is going to take the book. I do. Kim Kimball's book for engineering, I've been reviewing it. It's just test prep books, right? So I'm sure he has the vocabulary. The vocabulary is fine. All this book, like the textbook for engineering, medical, business. The vocabulary in the book is fine. I'm just pulling it out of or whatever. But the teaching method, that is terrible. This is boring as hell. It's just to see it on the screen. Yeah. So it's just the typical textbook. To give you a question and then you have to answer. In pairs, this is in the textbooks. In pairs, discuss. Roland from the mechanical and electrical service engineering talking to Saskia, an architect, about the design of a new building. Listen to conversation and answer the following question. What's the key characteristic of the client company? How would this character take effect? This is terrible. So terrible. Boring as hell. Incredible, unnatural. Wow. Tell me if you pick a characteristic from this podcast or watching now with me. Talks like who does that? It's no. I would like to do English for engineering course, but not like that. I want to use the same method. Story, point of view, audio, article, where you get the useful vocab that you need about in an article in content that's real and interesting and useful to you, not this kind of super fake, incredibly boring, very artificial structures. So, yeah, if you want to use it for vocab maybe, but boring. And I don't think you can learn from it very quickly. To forget most of it. Okay, finally, Ibrahim to get the last comment. She said, notice the comment section in the last few videos on YouTube. I'm surprised. Yes, I opened my comments back up because I like interacting with you and I like connecting with listeners. The reason I closed them before was so much spam, so many spam bots, buy crypto, that kind of stuff. So it's just filling up all the comments. I get tired of having to go in there and trying to fill them out. But now I'm testing again from what I've seen the YouTube system. You can change the setting, which I did, to try to filter out that stuff and block more spam. It seems like it's doing a pretty good job now blocking spam. So yeah, apply that to get the comments if I can. So I'll keep the comments on. Seems like the spam filters are much improved, which is great. All right then, I think we're done. So go back and watch the recording of this. Take note if you need to follow this 90-day plan. A lot of people get stuck in that intermediate level, right? Getting up to intermediate level, it's at least a low intermediate level. It's a lot of people manage to do that, but even with fairly bad method. But then they get stuck. They keep trying to do the same thing and they're not going higher anymore. So consider all things I said in this video. Of course, the people that feel at the end is that peak state, that morning ritual, the importance of up 2 hours every single day, the importance of committed to 90 days, no breaks, 90 days straight, 2 hours a day, right? Using only this natural method, I definitely think for jumping to advanced, that movie technique is really good. The final thing to consider that focus skills approach, because there's a lot of research that supports that. That's actually, if you did the focus skill in 1 year, to compare that to someone else who tried to do that balanced approach, doing reading, listening, speaking, and writing all at the same time every day. Focus skill people after here improve a lot more. They improve more in listening, more in speaking, more in reading, more in writing. So actually better focusing on one skill at the time, trying to do them all the time. All that in the description below you will see links to everything I just mentioned. Like, subscribe, all the stuff, share. Mwah! Lots of love to you. I will see you next time. Bye for now. We're done. We're done, bro. Today is 35 minutes, not too long. How do I feel today? I feel good. Yesterday I have a headache. I still tried it, like, man, yesterday was horrible. I was forcing myself to do it, but today I feel good. I feel effortless. Yeah. So, another day. Another day, bro. Keep going. Keep going. Just 30 minutes a day. Keep the rock moving. Thank you so much.